Hey, good Thursday morning, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Winter Springs, California. I'm heading to Orlando here in about 20 minutes, and I'm going to jump on board a plane and head, I think, to Dallas first. Got a little layover there in Dallas for a couple hours, and then on to Los Angeles International Airport, back to SoCal, where I can stand on that beach tomorrow morning for you all. That's right, Friday morning. If all goes as planned, I'll be standing out on the beach in Surfside, California, bringing you the morning briefing. Getting back to the old coffee cup, the USA coffee cup. Hey, I got the USA t-shirt on for you here this morning. So I'll be traveling here in just a little bit throughout the rest of the day. But I did want to come to you and give you a little morning briefing here this morning. It is already sunny and warm here this morning and another beautiful day. No question about that. Let's talk long-range fishing first of all. Wait a minute. Hey, hit that like button. Subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Don't forget to tick the little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Long-range fishing. Let's get into it now. The Independence, the Royal Polaris. Everybody who's down there is experiencing phenomenal fishing. First, yellowfin tuna. That has been extraordinary. It's been really great on 40 to 80 pound YFT. There's a lot of wahoo mixed in with it, and we have really seen some good yellowtail fishing at times also. On the way home, those long-range boys will go into the coast, and the last time on the Independence on their way home, it was like springtime fishing in the old days in Southern California. White sea bass, yellowtail, sand bass, calico bass, rockfish. I mean, a vast array of different species that look like a springtime bite in SoCal about 40 years ago. So some really good stuff on the way home also. Down in Mexico, we're continuing to watch that yellowfin tuna that seems to be sliding further down the Baja coast. It was most recently located off San Quintin. It's a little bit south of there, about 153 miles from San Diego. That's a pretty good jaunt for the boats out of there. So you're going to have to be on, I'm going to say, a 3-day, 2.5-day trip, at least to get an ample opportunity at that fish. It's a beautiful grade of yellowfin tuna. I want to say 35 to 100 pounds. It's beautiful, beautiful grade. It's like that same fish that's on the long range scene that has moved up, but its penchant right now is to move south. It's moving south, and it may be completely out of the area before we know it. Then again, it may not go anywhere, so we'll watch it very, very closely. It's been extremely finicky fish. If you're jumping on a trip and you're going to hang a left when you come out of Point Loma and go down that way, it's been biting 25 pound with a small hook, like a number 4 circle hook. That's been the best way to get a bite on that fish. So we'll just keep watching it for you very, very closely and see how this all unravels and where we end up in this bite. All right, let's bring it up a little bit closer to home and talk offshore. Bluefin tuna, Tanner Bank, Cortez Bank, out there near San Clemente Island, behind there, I should say. Up to the west, out there on Cherry Bank, closer to San Nicolas Island. Good bluefin tuna fishing continuing. A little bit of a roller coaster. So I'm not suggesting to you that it's a slam dunk. It is not. But overall, it's pretty darn steady fishing. I mean, getting a fish for a rod seems to be pretty easily accomplished, and getting your 2 fish, 2 bluefin tuna per day, getting that is pretty easy also on most trips. It's been really good fishing. That is not to say that they're wide open. They're that same kind of thing that those yellowfin tuna are on right now. And that I mean, they're biting the lighter line, 25-pound fluoro. Yeah, you want to have your 40 in case they bite it. But I'm telling you, most of the time it's the 25 and a small hook, number 4, circle hook, good hot fly line bait. And your bet, man, you can, well, you're not going to swing like that. I'm thinking of a J hook. I love doing that. So circle hook, you're just going to wind until it comes tight. And that nice circle hook is going to be caught right in the corner of their mouth so they can't chew you off with those little sharp bluefin tuna teeth that they have. So another good bite for SoCal here. Gorgeous weather has been the rule. We'll keep our eyes on that weather and see what happens as I'm flying in to Los Angeles later today. Coronado Islands, still yellows being taken. If I had to give you a number, I'd say from 5 to 30 yellowtail per trip out there to the Coronado Islands. San Diego's had a good trip here recently. The Liberty picked at some fish. The Grande is probably going to be out there this coming weekend. We'll see how they do. Some fly line fish. In fact, on the last trip, it was all fly line fish. Not all, but most of it. And then other times we've seen a lot of yo-yo iron fish, heavy jig, down deep, wind on fast, 60 pound, set the hook by turning the handle, seeing that, and then dropper loop fish. 8-ounce torpedo down on the bottom, good hot bait, heavy line, and a bigger hook. And that's been how we've been taking these fish. So every day is a little bit different. Here recently, though, they're biting that fly line again pretty good, and that's good stuff. Surface iron. If they're biting the fly line, you can get them on the surface iron also. So keep that in mind. Don't forget, if you have tax problems, Tim Marquez is your man. Give Tim a call today. And for heating and or air conditioning needs, it's John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. San Clemente Island, we continue to see good rockfish. They're excellent fishing for big cod at Catalina Island in the deep water. Big reds, big bocaccio, some nice lings. Of course, El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing's been all over it, doing their usual fine work. www.longbeachsportfishing.org to get on the El Patron. They've been catching some nice big fish. Moving you up to the Channel Islands, and we should talk San Nick, where there's great white fishing, great sheephead fishing, and really big bruiser caught out in that 300+ feet of water. It's been good out there. 16-ounce torpedo sinkers, highly recommended if you're going coding now, because you are in that deep water. In the Channel Islands area, as we mentioned to you a couple days ago, Tucker McCombs had 28 white sea bass on board the Endeavor, so that is a distinct possibility. However, having said that, it is mostly rockfish. Good fishing up there at Santa Barbara, and really nice fishing going on at Verges in Morro Bay. Avila Beach and San Francisco continues to impress as we move you along the beach. And we're talking now 1/2 and 3/4 day kinds of trips. It's mostly all rockfish, but fish in the deep water. It's mandated. The regs now in SoCal, per the Department of Fish and Wildlife, say you got to be fishing in 300+ feet of water, and that means all big cod, no matter if you're on a local trip or you're on a trip that's going to go to the islands or go offshore. You're fishing that deep water. Now, some guys are fishing bass and sculpin and that kind of stuff along the coast. In fact, they're out of Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. They've been catching and releasing lots of short bass, good action, lots of fun, occasional halibut at some of the landings right now. And also, as I said, sculpin, whitefish. But some of these guys, like the Monte Carlo out of 22nd Street, limits of reds, they've been doing really well. They should have a great weekend. And same thing up there out of Ventura Sport Fishing, where our friend Daniel Hadaway runs the Island Spirit. This Sunday, kids fish free. Saturday's going to be a huge day on the Island Spirit. Big cod, lots of them, great crew, great ambience on the boat. You're going to love it. VenturaSportFishing.com or 805-676-3474. Get on the Island Spirit. Up and down the coast, the surf fishing bite here on Thursday. Well, it's been mostly barred perch. And the reason why is because barred perch love cooler water. The water's starting to cool down right now, and as we push further and deeper into winter, it'll get very cold, but that doesn't scare the barred perch away. In fact, they flourish in that kind of oceanography. So now is the time to get those barred perch. Now, we're still entering the transition from fall to winter. We're in the fall right now. So there are pockets of warm water where you'll find corvina, and you'll find some really good halibut fishing in the winter. Throwing a Lucky Craft or a little chrome crocodile, some kind of chrome jig works really well. From San Diego all the way up, we're finding lots of that. And don't forget Big Fish Bait and Tackle right there on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They've got all the bait and tackle you'll need, and they have a free custom fishing rod giveaway every month for the biggest fish. All you got to do is walk in the door there, buy the ruler that you'll measure your catch on. They'll give you all the details. There's no more cost after you buy that ruler. You're in every single month and can win one of those custom fishing rods, and they are a thing of beauty, let me tell you. Don't forget, 5-day trip on the Independence in April. You can join us on that. We would love it if you were to do just that. All right, my friends, what can I tell you? I'm having to hop in a truck with my son Patrick and hightail it to Orlando, jump on a plane for Dallas, and then on to SoCal this evening. And then tomorrow morning, SoCal, I'll be back and standing on the beach in Surfside, California with the morning briefing, with my coffee cup and some hot coffee. God bless. Have a great one. I miss you all very, very much, and I hope to see you really, really soon.